Hi, my name's Nick Sadler and you're watching part 1 of the 4-part series, Life on the Streets. In this episode, I'll be showing you what it's like to live in Norfolk's busiest city. Most of the people interviewed for this documentary were not comfortable with their faces being shown. Every day, thousands of people walk amongst Norwich's streets, but how many of them have a home to go to? Statistics recorded that there was a homeless rate of 2,744 people living in Norwich last year. 72 out of 100 homeless people were recorded to have mental health issues. Can we really allow mentally unstable people to roam the streets of Norwich? Well, it's lucky we have charities such as the YMCA and Salvation Army who have homeless shelters set up around Norfolk. But each shelter only has around 31 single bedrooms, which still leaves thousands of people homeless and forced to fend for themselves.
My partner died last year. She got pneumonia and she had a MS, and then she got pneumonia, and then she unfortunately passed away last year. So I was with her for 15 years, a long time.
Yeah, I understood.
When visiting Mousehold Heath, I was approached by a middle-aged man who was asking questions about the documentary. When I explained to him what it was about, he told me he was homeless. I decided to ask him if it was lonely living here.
No, I'm not lonely because when I sit here and I talk to people, then I've always got someone to talk to, so I'm not lonely.
I mean, Primark literally is like the best place because it's warm and there's light and it's safe.
I used to run a business. I used to be a painter, decorator. I was a plasterer. I had my own business, and what happened one day is I went to a pub and had a few too many drinks, and I hit somebody. I got 5 years in prison, and when I came out of the prison system, I had nowhere to go, so I ended up here on the streets, and that's how I become homeless.
Every night, homeless people are trying to find a safe place to rest. On the 10th of June, 29-year-old Sergius Meigs was killed. When I researched into the tragedy, I discovered that Meigs was killed by 3 men in their early 20s. They decided to kick him to death, causing him to die from blood loss due to injuries to the spleen. This man had nothing. He had no one to help him and he had nowhere to go. He thought taking shelter in St Stephen's would be a safe place as it offered a roof over his head and shelter from the rain.
All the things I've done, all the things I've done.
Thank you for watching part 1 of the 4-part series Life on the Streets. Stay tuned next week when I reveal what it's like for those living in the streets of London.